What's up, everyone? Welcome to Around the ACL. It's me, Michelle Thompson, here with Trey Ryder and Anthony Ione. I'm coming to you from Honolulu, Hawaii, and apparently the Wi-Fi hits different here because I'm on a delay.
Got to get over the ocean,
so, yeah, I guess so. So that's the problem. But anyways, I'm here hanging out with Brandon Thompson of Airwolf Athletics, just having a great time with the family, enjoying the beaches. But we've got some awesome cornhole happening as well. We've got the Louisville, Kentucky Open happening this weekend, and some good players to watch out for. So how have your guys' weeks been? As exciting as mine? Are you hanging out on beaches anywhere, or is it just me?
Rubbing it in, Mish.
Yeah, I know. She's just like, I'm just coming in from Honolulu, Hawaii. No big deal. And what she didn't tell you guys, if you guys are just listening, is that right before this, she was bragging to us about how she was renting this cabana and having so much fun and, blah, blah, blah. So you didn't catch any of that. You only got the little taste.
You didn't know I was bougie? Come on.
No, I think we in fact knew that you were bougie. That is something I did know.
Oh man! Hey, I did play some cornhole.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looked like you were playing some cornhole out there. How's that going?
Yeah, so we played a BYOP. I took fourth, and then and then I did a switch and I took first. So not so bad over here in Hawaii.
State champion,
that was thanks to my
Michelle
partner,
Thompson.
So I did okay. Yeah. Exactly. But that's enough about me. Let's talk about some actual good cornhole players. So Louisville, Kentucky, what do you guys think? Who are we looking out for?
Yeah, so a couple different things. I think a lot of the same things that I was looking for in the first Open, I'm looking for in the second Open. Two different types of players. Well, and I guess maybe you can group in a third that I'm specifically looking for. One, my rookies. How are my rookies that are highly anticipated? How will they perform coming into their first event as an ACL Pro? Now, many of them who were rookies played in Opens last season, so there shouldn't be a huge difference, but there's always that added pressure of competing with that ACL Pro label on you that can make things much more difficult. Second, ACL Pros is individual players that made a somewhat, in my mind, significant bag change from season to season, okay? So specifically, I'm looking for people like Mark Richards and Philip Lopez. I'll talk about them in a little bit. They're jumping over from throwing something that they were so dominant with a year ago to something that's much newer and much different. Now, some may say it's really not that different, blah, blah, blah. Still, it's some level of change from year over year. And then third, kind of doubles teams, new teams. When I look on the doubles side that are playing together maybe for the first time, or they're new pro partners, we're starting to see if they can develop a little bit of chemistry. Those are my three big groups that I'm looking for. Now, first on that group, my group of rookies that I like talking about, it's going to be my first opportunity to see Logan Chamberlain and Justin Burton Jr., two guys that you guys know I've been very high on recently, or really for the past 6 months. And I've been adamant that I think Logan Chamberlain has a chance to be a rookie of the year this coming season. So I got a lot looking forward to watch them for the first time this year. Pros that are throwing different bags this season. I mean, again, I got to start with Mark Richards and Philip Lopez. They're jumping over onto lucky bags, right? They're no longer throwing those gladiators that they were so dominant last season with. That's something that I'm paying attention to. Adam Hister and Cody Henderson, for the first time, I think since I have known them playing ACL, will not be throwing local bags, right?
Yeah.
Does that help them? Does that hurt them? I have no idea. Just really interested to see how they play, how they come together. And then probably third is individual teams that are new this year that I'm interested in watching. One team that jumped off my list, and I know they're not playing together as pro partners, but the last time Jacob Gore and Trey Birchfield played together, they won an Open, I believe. So, that's or maybe not they won the Open or they came in second or something like that, but they have a lot of success playing against one another. We're going to see Cameron Kingfisher and Isabella Seprenit for the first time. They're going to be obviously partners for this coming season. Jay Dotson and Gabe Dolan. That's going to be a team that I've been looking out for. Eric Anderson and Timmy Jonas are back playing together again. I'm really excited to see them. We get to see the father and son duo of Alec Ryan and David Ryan. So we get to see how them as father and son duo as ACL Pro partners come together and throw at a high level. So in all, and we also get to see Ryan Windsor and Alex Hicks, and also the first appearance of this year of Jamie Graham and Matt Guy. We know what we're getting for them, right? Not really excited to see anything different, but we get to see if Jamie Graham can continue this incredible push forward. And then the last team that I know Anthony's probably going to mention, which I didn't talk about very much, Joe Niestedt and Jeremy Schermerhorn are high on my list to watch for this coming season. So those are my three groups. Excited just to watch some of these teams coming out here at Open 2.
What you got, Anthony? Who you looking at?
Well, you got those birds chirping in the back. It's making me like even extra jealous. What the heck's going on around here?
Oh,
man.
That's a sound machine, you guys. It's no big
Oh
deal.
yeah, it's a sound machine.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna start hearing waves crashing after this. Like,
yeah, I'll take a pretty broad approach, kind of going through, just so we can all get a sense of who's in the field and just kind of touch on a few things on each one. But yeah, Mark Richards in the field. You know, our Rookie of the Year, Man of the Year, Player of the Year, whatever award you want to give him. Does he have that sophomore slump that Trey's been talking about and what history says we should expect? Got a close eye on him. Really like to see what Bobby Hunt can do. We're going to get a glimpse of this rookie coming out. A Travis Purser, someone who I took a moment to, it was good enough to take a moment and watch him play an entire game at Worlds. I was really impressed with what he did in the advanced division. And Trey, you've mentioned him a few times yourself. Really a close eye to see what kind of player he's going to be. Is Cameron Belvin still hot? Noah Wooten in the field. Is he still hot? Both of those players were trending coming off of last season. Kobe Costanza coming in now as a rookie pro, who won an Open in doubles last year. Really got a close eye on him as well. You mentioned Cody Henderson. What do we get from Cody this year? You mentioned the new bags. Really a guy that put up good numbers statistically last year, but just nothing seemed to work out for him in the brackets. He just took the losses that were really, really close. He took the L's. Derek King with a new emphasis on singles, telling me personally I want to take a new emphasis on singles, not just doubles. What does he look like coming out here in the Open? You mentioned we're going to get Trey Birchfield. To me, what am I looking for? Is Trey a top 10 player or a top 20 player like we've been saying? Real interested to see what he does. Chad Hunt, how does he do solo without Graham? Can he make a name for himself as a standalone singles player? Logan Chamberlain, Justin Burton Jr., both rookie carpet players. I'm coming out really interested to see. I've got a close eye on the carpet game this year just because I feel like we've got this heavy presence of elite level rookie talent coming in. Trevor Brooks, is he a top 30 player or is he a top 80 player? It's a big jump, and I think Brooks has a chance to be a breakout player this year. Close eye on him. Gabe Dolan, you mentioned, really as well. Another carpet guy I want to keep a close eye on. Jimmy Humans, how's that wrist doing? You know, he had that injury coming in to the Open last couple weeks ago. The wrist blew up. Really struggled kind of towards the end there. Adam Hissner, again, same as Cody, a new bag this year. What are we going to get? You mentioned Jonas and Anderson. Both players saying, hey, we're much improved from last year individually. And then together as a doubles partner, stand back. They're saying that they're going to be, a much better team this year. So excited to see that and how that goes down. Gavin Cano also in that same category as the new carpet players, along with Alex Hicks. Is Alex Hicks a top 10 talent like we keep saying he is? Really want to see him break out, along with Ryan Wiedenfield, our advanced world champ. Really looking to see him make a deep run, if not win a bracket. We've got some guys at home. You know, we've got Damon Dennis. We've got the Matt Guys. I think Matt Guy won early last year in an Open, and then really nothing really for the rest of the year. Do we get a Matt Guy, coming in here? But yeah, moving on to doubles. You mentioned him, Alec and David Ryan. Can David keep up with the success that Alec is having and really make a strong doubles team? Brandon Brown and John Fuentes, that one never made sense to me from the beginning. Really interested to see what comes of this new partnership. I think Kingsfisher is going to be sneaky good alongside Soprenit. This guy went 7-1 in the qualifier. He's got a strong game that's real similar to Isabella's. I I think that's a team that could be successful and maybe a sleeper team that no one's really talking about. Dotson and Dolan, you mentioned, McGuffin and Dennis, on their home turf as a doubles team. I expect them to do really well. McGuffin coming in and really filling that gap real similarly. I think we're going to have a similar, between the two of them, real similar to what we got from Hayden last season. Neested and Schermerhorn, again, both A players coming off their significant teams. Really expect these guys to do something here early, and I want to see it. Both have the talent to do it, and I know talking to them, they expect to do that. Just kind of looking down at some that you didn't mention, some new teams, Bernadette Brooks, Purser Jones, the Hunt brothers, Trey and Bobby Hunt, I think could be kind of dangerous. Some returning pros. We're going to have Richard Lopez back in the field. They are teaming up again this year. Again, you mentioned the different bags. I thought this one was interesting, Trey. You got Brett Guy in the field, but yet Matt Guy teamed up with Jamie, which we didn't see last season. Did you see that one?
Yeah, no, I saw that one. I don't know if Matt and Jamie, unless Brett couldn't go, I don't think we saw one last season where Matt and Brett did not play together, which I found very interesting. And I found it also interesting that Brett was playing with Kaylee, which is interesting.
Yeah, so excited to see how that one turns out. And then some mixes. You mentioned the Guy Hunter mix. I think they could, they're Team Fire, but they play similar games. I think that they'll do pretty well. Sutton Morellis might be sneaky good. I mean, two players that Sutton seems to always have really good success in doubles. Morellis had this unbelievable statistical season last year, really in the top category of every single stat, and then just took this rank that was way down. I'm like, how the stats didn't match the finish, right? I think that they'll be sneaky good. Schlobaum and Caden Allen, another mix. We know what Caden can do. Schlobaum, we've seen what he'd done maybe a year ago if we look past the pro season. I got a kind of a close eye on what they were going to do. This one's going to be tough here. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys win a bracket. Gavin Cano and Noah Wooten.
Yeah. Gavin is one of those guys I'm specifically looking for to see how he handles that pro status now, right?
Yeah.
Because I think Cano. I keep saying it wrong. It's Cano. We keep screwing it up, Anthony.
Cano. I got it now.
Gavin Cano, I really think he kind of wore that non-pro chip on his shoulder last year, right? It was kind of like that idea of, well, I'm not a pro. Nobody thinks I can win. I'm going to come in and win. And now you don't have that this year, right? How many times do we see that from a player? They no longer have that, what they feel is an underdog status anymore. And I just want to see if he can continue to excel like he finished last season. Remember, this guy won a bracket. He beat Cheyenne Renner in a bracket final last year. He won an open in doubles alongside Fisher Hamilton. So paired up with Noah Wooten, that's a team that can do some damage.
Agree. Two more mixed teams just to finish up, Mish. These are pretty interesting too. Jordan Power and Eric Davis. How did that partnership come along? How do these things happen?
Yeah, that one's I don't know, like, what are they gonna throw, I guess?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was anybody, I wouldn't let Eric Davis throw anything except those green fire assault bags. Yes. Those green fire assault individual set of bags have won what did Fire post? Over $200,000 has been won with that set of bags.
Wow.
I mean, why would you throw anything else ever? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no doubt.
I was going to have to, right? Because they're not 2023.
That's true. Well, he can throw them. He's only got to throw 2023 at pro events. So eventually he's got to retire him. But at least, hey, milk him for what you can get out of him, right? I mean,
yeah, no doubt.
Right.
And then the last one, no Ryan Smith in the field, which leaves Ryan Wiedenfield available. No Duncan Clemmer, which leaves Noah Almanza available. Wiedenfield and Almanza. Whoa, I feel like that one's sneaky good, like really good. Bracket quality.
I'm thinking they'll probably throw slower bags because of Wiedenfeld. So I think I heard all last year. Everybody's been saying Almanza can throw slower. He likes slower bags. It's like, okay, he likes them, but he didn't throw them last year.
Right.
In singles, he made the choice not to do that, right? So all I'm saying is when this will give us a first glimpse of like, okay, he's going to be throwing a slower bag this time in doubles. You know, we're paying attention to it. We'll see how they perform.
I really hope they throw carpet because Almanza can throw carpet and he can do some amazing stuff with carpet. I just want to see it in competition play at this level.
Yes.
That would be awesome to see.
100%.
I would be down to see that as well. I love a good dirty game, so I'm all for it. All for it. All right, we've got Mike Morton waiting to come on and talk to us. I think he's got maybe like a little game for us or something. So let's bring Mike on and see what he's got. Welcome, Mike.
Hey guys. Hey, so I didn't intentionally create a game, and I think you guys may have some trivia coming up in a minute. But small world here is as I was doing some research for the thing that I wanted to talk about, I came across something I thought was just kind of neat. So I just generated a single trivia question, and I played coy with it. I made sure I did not send the answer to Trey. So I've got the answer right here. So guys, if you're ready, Trey, go ahead and bring the question up.
Uh-oh.
What do these players have in common? Trey Birchfield, Cheyenne Renner, Tyler Poitras, Justin Stranger, AJ Sims, Matt Guy, Byron Sisson, and Alec Ryan.
Oh, that is a mix.
All right, so this is
eclectic mix.
Yeah, let me talk through my logic here. I don't know the answer off the top of my head, so I'm not giving anything away to the other two. The only thing, all right, so it's got Byron Sisson in it, which means obviously this is not a pro-specific question because Byron Sisson has not played in a pro event before. He is a pro this season, but it makes me think something on the open side. But
yeah, regionally they're all over the place. Bag types,
okay, so
all over the place.
Actually, hold on. For those,
I have something.
Yeah.
So I noticed when I was looking through the brackets. Yeah, so when I was doing the bracket recap for the blog, all these people were super deep in the bracket. So I know that they have all that. They all have that in common in an open number one. Is that correct? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes, and let me clarify for the people at home that are listening to only audio versions. I'm going to read what do these players have in common. The list of players is Trey Birchfield, Cheyenne Renner, Tyler Poitras, Justin Stranger, AJ Sims, Matt Guy, Byron Sisson, and Alec Ryan. And I can verify that they all were at open number one. Now that you say that. Ooh, did they all lose to this?
They all lost to Alex Hicks. I don't know.
Hold on.
Throwing
it might be something like that. So I'm trying to think of who.
Around it.
So Cheyenne's two losses were to Ryan Wiedenfeld was one of them. And who did she lose her first game to? Jamie Graham. It was Jamie Graham. Did Jamie Graham beat all these people? Hold on, let me see.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Uh-oh, barking up the wrong tree. Okay.
We got a hit.
You're in the right park. You're just barking up the wrong tree.
Were they all in the semifinals? How far did these guys make it?
No, Cheyenne came in. The only reason I was following Cheyenne all day because we were trying to interview her. So I was literally going around like her. I was like trying to navigate around when she finished. So that's the only reason I like kind of know what her schedule was. She lost. I think she was like third or fourth place. She did not make it to the finals.
Okay.
Matt Guy. I think Misha's circling the answer here. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you guys.
Okay.
They all finished in 5th place at open number one.
Oh, okay.
I knew it was something like that. I knew it because they were all right there at the end.
They all finished in 5th place. And when I was looking through to do my research, I just thought, what a talented group of people at an open to finish in 5th place. And it just
fifth in their bracket.
In their bracket, those are your 8 5th place finishers out of 2 brackets in tier 1.
So technically, these guys finished 17th. If you're looking at overall, right? 4
Actually,
people ahead of
9,
him.
because there was only 2 brackets.
There was only there was 4 brackets in singles.
In tier 1? Oh, you're right. You're right.
And that would make
right.
sense because you got 8 of them. You got 8 people.
There's 2 tier 1
fifth
doubles
place.
brackets. You're right. So
Man.
I just thought that the talent level was ridiculous to have that many of them finishing in 5th place.
So you have Trey Birchfield, world champion, Cheyenne Renner, world champion in a bunch of different stuff. Matt Guy, winningest all time. Alec Ryan, AJ Sims has made a pro singles Final Four. Yeah, that's a lot of people to finish ahead of these 8 names. I mean, like I said, that means these guys finished and Lady finished 17th. So there were 16 people that have finished ahead of all these different people. That's a pretty stout list to finish that far ahead.
Yeah, I definitely thought so. And the reason why, now that was the segue into what I really wanted to talk about, which was some players that I've kind of identified as some potential candidates for breakout players of the year. And a couple of those players were on that list, which is why I happened to stumble across it. So first of all, the first one would be Alec Ryan. Want to throw out there, I heard you guys mention Alec and David a couple times. I do want to point out, because I was the one broadcasting at the last Open, I got to call some of their matches. They were there. They finished in 2nd place in their bracket.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, that answer is already partially in. What a phenomenal run. And I can tell you from looking at the stats, I'm pretty sure David was even on occasions out throwing Alec. So phenomenal run for those two as a couple, as a doubles team. But Alec himself, just to me, he laid down the marker. He finished the year strong last year.
Yep.
And then at this first Open, 5th in his bracket in singles, 2nd in doubles in his bracket with his dad, and 2nd overall in the blind draw with Kelly Karanovich. He was so consistent the whole weekend. I think he's a strong candidate for a breakout player of the year. He was, I believe, like 51st in the rankings last year. So he's got some upward potential. Some other players that impressed me either there or just I think can make a really good breakthrough. Hunter Thorne. He won his bracket. We've known Hunter for quite a while now. I believe last year he was ranked 40th in singles. The year before that, he was ranked 38th. But I'm wondering if he's ready to crack the top 20, maybe top 15. I think he has potential to break out even further than what he's already done.
Yeah, to go from 40 to top 20 is probably good enough to be a breakout player.
Yes,
this coming year.
The closer you get to the top, the harder, every ranking point matters.
Right.
Yeah, as long as someone like a Trzynski or someone in that like 20 range, 19 range drops into like top 5.
Right.
Then
exactly.
then I would agree.
Yeah, no doubt. Or someone 130th moves up to 38th. But the closer you get to the top of the list, the more difficult those spots are to move up.
Yeah.
I would say, each spot in the top 10 is worth like 4x every spot in the 80 to 100 range, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much harder to just do that. But yeah.
So another player that we don't really talk about too much, Tai Lopez. Now, I'm not sure there's a harder working man in the game, to be honest with you. And I've known him since the first pro season, and I want to take you through his ranks. Because every time I see the man, he's better. And I mean that literally. From open to open to open, from national event to national, every time I see him, he's better. In 2020, he was ranked 93rd. 2021, and remember there was an influx of talent. He moved up to 68th. Last year, 44th.
Yep.
Is he ready to take that next step, or is he sort of reaching his peak around that 40-ish range?
And he had his best performance. He had his best performance at Worlds. Remember, he went through all those players, made it all the way. I believe he came in 3rd in his bracket. I think he lost to Alex Rawls, and that was a close one, I believe, wasn't it?
It was. Mm-hmm. So I think he's poised. He's right on that precipice, and I think we'll get an answer soon Is he ready to take the next step, or is he going to be hovering around that point for a while now?
Yeah, he's poised. We talked last week about sleepers, and he was one of my sleeper picks in singles. I agree. I think that he is ready to crack into that 20, 30 range and maybe surprise us with a top team, something like that.
And I mean that literally. And I've told him and Valerie almost every time I see them this. Literally every time I see him, he leaves me a little more impressed. Just a little better, a little better, a little better. You can tell he's putting in the work. There's no miracle fixes for him. He's just grinding it. So my hat's off to him. I'd like to get an answer on him this season. A couple other I'm going to talk about together. Jordan Kimbrell and Cam Presley. I think both of those young men are grinders. They followed pretty similar trajectories as far as trying to get from mid-tier to the upper tier. They tied for 59th in the singles rankings last year. The year before that, they were 83rd and 63rd. So they're trying to move up. But this is more about a visual. I've seen Cameron Presley turning it on lately. I've been very impressed by his play. And Jordan Kimbrell, he knocked out some huge names at this last Open. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Kimbrell that knocked out, or at least knocked to the losers bracket, Birchfield and Rawls.
Maybe Birchfield.
And then I think it was a Jay Corley too. First 3 matches.
Yep. Wow.
So what a strong start to the season for him. So I think Kimbrell and Presley, to keep an eye on them. They may be ready to bust out. Tubby and Tyler, both those Cobb brothers, I think could be poised. Tyler was arguably kind of at the top 2 years ago, or near the top. Last year, he kind of dipped a little bit. He went from 52nd in singles to 127th. Tubby finished last year at 59th. I think Tyler looked a whole lot better at this Open. He just looked smooth. He looked comfortable. Looked like he was having fun. So I think Tyler could be ready to move back into that top tier. And Tubby, with the 1 year under his belt, is getting better at every event. I think we got to watch out for Tubby to make a big move too. 3 more names on the list. One you guys have already mentioned, so I'm going to hit it real quick. Nico Miralles, ranked 102nd last year. His play was way better than 102nd. I would have to look through and find that might be one of the statistical anomalies why he finished so low. So improving on 102nd, as far as I'm concerned, should be child's play for Nico. He's definitely, in my opinion, a top 50 player based on what he did last year. Maybe much higher than that.
Yeah, I looked at him closely. His opponent DPR was like number 8 in the league. The dude threw like top 10 in PPR, but his opponent's PPR was so high too. I asked him straight up. He said, "Man, I told my wife all year, or my girlfriend all year, it was bad luck. I just lost the games at the wrong time." That's the only way I can explain it, because I broke it down and there was nothing. I'm like, I don't get it. How do you rank 100?
Bad luck happens. I mean, you figure there's so many pros in the league. Some of them are going to get an extra 40, 50 spots in the rankings because they get a good break. And some are going to drop 40 or 50 because they've gotten bad breaks.
Yeah.
So the last 2 names I want to throw at you guys are names from the past that did not play last year. Technically, I don't know if they're candidates for the award of breakout player, if they've already been at the top, but after taking a year off, to the general public, maybe their name isn't as familiar anymore. Timmy Pitcher and Tyler Poitras. Timmy's been throwing lights out. He's been working really hard. When he left off 2 years ago, his ranking 19th in singles. So how quickly we forget. A whole season without Timmy Pitcher, and he's not on anyone's radar. But 19th the last time he played 2 years ago. And Tyler Poitras, same deal. He was ranked 14th in singles 2 years ago. And again, kind of falls off everyone's radar when you don't play for a season. If those guys can come back, almost to where they were before, I think they make an immediate impact. Could arguably be breakout players if they come from left field and move into, say, the top 25 or so. But they've been there before, so I don't know if that makes them technically eligible or not.
Awesome. Well, I like the conversation of Breakout Player of the Year. As we alluded to earlier, we do have a game, but Trey's going to lead the game. So, Mike, you're more than welcome to stay on. And Trey, take it away.
All right, I know we're a little bit long on time, so I'll try to keep this pretty short. But Okay. So I'm just going to read some accolades, and you just got to guess as we go down. You're going to get more information as we go, okay? So this person is, if I look on my list, they are third all-time in ACL titles.
Third all time. So it
There
goes
is.
Graham, Guy, then someone.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay, I'm not gonna clarify it. Yep. Okay, third all time. Any guesses?
Damon Dennis.
That's a good guess, just because of
He's
all
got
the
a lot of
senior-
senior titles,
Yeah.
along with some.
All right. I'll read the next clue. That's not right.
All right.
Do we
This
just rapid
person has-
fire names?
Yeah. 10 total titles, but only one of them is in singles.
All right,
Cheyenne
so
Renner? Where's Cheyenne at?
it's not Mark
not
Richards.
Cheyenne.
Mark
Cody
Richards won
Henderson.
3 Open last year.
It's not Cody Henderson. Okay.
Trey Birchfield.
It's not Trey Birchfield. This person is
Oh,
from the
man.
Mid-South Conference.
Mid-South.
So that would be
Wow.
Tennessee and Kentucky.
Oh.
Did we already
not gonna-
say Damon Dennis? We already said Damon Dennis.
You're not going to
Yeah.
go Philip Hayden on me, are you?
No, one of these titles is a world championship in doubles.
What the heck?
I knew this would be a good one.
Oh my gosh. Kentucky and
Jimmy
Tennessee. I
McGuffin?
mean, Jimmy McGuffin.
This person has a dad that is also a pro.
We're getting killed.
Holland?
Brett Guy.
Wait.
Brett Guy is the
Oh
answer.
my gosh. Really?
Oh, Brett
he's the
Guy,
third?
Duh.
Brett Guy has 1 world championship in doubles, 3 national doubles titles,
Wow.
2 shootout doubles championships, 2 individual shootout doubles, 1 shootout singles, and 1 doubles open.
Yeah.
You,
okay.
you
are
lost
those
me at
titles.
the only one singles. I wouldn't have guessed that from Brett.
Okay, go opposite direction here. We'll only do one more because we're running late on time. Okay.
Go.
This person is where is he going on my list? This person is 11th all time in titles.
Okay.
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 It's not very helpful.
Not very
So we
helpful.
were third in titles last time, right?
More info,
Yes.
please.
This person has 5 total titles, and all of them are in singles.
All of them are in singles.
Singles.
All right. 11th. Wow, that's down there.
Wow.
Okay. This person is one of only 4 players to have 3 or more open singles titles.
Alex Hicks.
Nope.
Mark Richards has too many.
Yep. But who was it that tied with Alex Hicks? And we talked about this.
Mark Richards tied, but he's got more than
Correct.
5. So he's up the list.
You have named 2 of the 4 that have 3 or more titles in open singles.
Okay.
Alex Rawls? Where's Alex Rawls on there?
Nope.
No, he didn't. Another clue, please.
Yes, another clue.
This person is in the Carolina Conference.
Carolina only singles. I don't think.
You're digging deep on
I don't
this.
think Frank Modlin's even won a singles unless it was in shootouts. Count.
Shootouts count for total titles. Yes.
So who's in?
Last
You're
clue.
leaving me stumped, Trey.
Last clue. This person also has a dad in the pro division.
Well, that should be easy. What the heck is going on? There's not a lot of
I don't know
those
where the-
in Carolina.
I don't know where. Yeah, I don't know where the Hollands live. That's the only father son team
Josh
that's coming to
Holland.
mind.
Josh Holland is the correct
There
answer.
you go. Good job.
Oh, wait.
Josh Holland. Josh Holland
That's
has won
nuts.
3 open singles titles, 1 pro shootout title, and 1 pro shootout championship title.
Oh, I
He's got
didn't know he
5
had
total
3
titles.
singles. So
Yep,
this goes
5
back to
total
his amateur
titles.
years?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, he's one of those in his amateur years.
That makes sense now.
Yep. There's
But
my
with
game.
the
All right.
doubles partner,
We
it
suck.
was confusing.
Hey, we got one. Took all the clues, but we got there.
Yeah.
All right, we got to run. We got a really cool interview coming up. Mike, it has been awesome having you on. We will let you go, and we will bring on our next guest.
All
Thanks,
right,
Mike.
And
cheers.
it's the one and only Stacey Moore, the commissioner himself.
Stop playing.
Welcome to the show,
Stop
Stacey.
playing.
Stacey Moore,
First
what's up, man?
question. I'm interested. Stacey, did you get any of those before everybody else?
What was happening? I wasn't even paying attention.
Good.
Yeah, never mind.
No,
Oh, man.
I did figure out the Josh Holland one. But yeah, I didn't know what I was included in titles. I didn't know you were going back to amateur years and things like that.
Yeah.
But good for you to keeping the record books straight. I appreciate that, and good to bring that history to life for everyone.
Nice.
Got to.
All right,
Somebody's got
Stacey,
to.
yeah, exactly. We are so excited to talk to you about this upcoming season. We had lots of fun new things happening last season. I know Anthony wants to get into it, but my favorite line of last season was, "Who hates teams now?" So I got to ask about teams. What can we look forward to? What can you tell us about that coming up?
Oh man, teams is just going to get bigger and better. Gotta keep that momentum going from the World Championships. I'm so honored to be able to call that too. It was amazing. I still get goosebumps a little bit, when I think about it. It was just such a cool event. Great to see everyone all fired up for it. And so, so we got some great new things for teams. What have we announced, Trey, versus what have we not? What am I allowed to announce?
Hey, you're the commissioner. You can say anything you
man.
want. I'm so glad
Make the
Michelle
rules.
asked this question. Because I have refrained completely from saying anything publicly on team. So whatever you feel like divulging, you are welcome to divulge.
Well, this is scary. I was going to say thank you for finally inviting me to be on the show. Number one. Number two, I don't appreciate not having any prep time, Trey. He just kind of sprung this on me. And I've been working hard, and to be honest, I really haven't paid attention to what Trey's publicly disclosed and what he hasn't. But I will say with teams, I believe I have circulated privately that we are attaching team names to geographic areas for next season. And we will be unveiling new team logos around those team names in geographic areas. So some of the old team names are being retired. So some of those jerseys will become collector's items immediately. Actually, all the jerseys will become collector's items, but some of the team names will be carrying forward and like I said, tying them to a specific geographic area. And we're going to have multiple captains initially on teams for next season prior to the draft. So that'll be one of the changes. And we hope to have a linear television contract specifically around our teams format that we're working on.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yes.
So look for a guaranteed prize pool to be announced and for that to be its own linear series here in 2023. We plan on having the draft in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina around our college event over New Year's. And so hopefully everyone can come to Myrtle Beach and be a part of that new teams draft that'll happen.
Yes.
It's going to be crazy.
So excited.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
That's awesome.
Anthony.
Yeah, so that was
your turn, Anthony. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you touched on one of them. I just kind of wanted to touch on all the new concepts. I mean, we had the PDC kickoff last season. We did the European Open, our first kind of overseas. We talked about the ACL teams. We had that partnership with Shamar Moore, where we took that all-star style event, the Pro Invitational, to Airmail City. We had some presence in Cali with the Spencer McKenzie's partnership and having the shootout series there. it seemed like there was more emphasis on the Super Hole, really a lot more emphasis there, more linear broadcasts. That ended up being fun. And then all of the broadcast courts, I mean, we really bumped up all the production value, having 4 featured courts at all the nationals and the dedicated streams at the Opens. I mean, if we were to just go through one of those, we know PDC is going to roll over in the next season. How did that go? I mean, that was kind of an idea last year at the end of the year. I mean, how did we feel like that went? Did we like how that went? And obviously doing it again this year, anything going to change?
Yeah, I thought the PDC went really well last year for a kind of a first-time trial and something that we put together, right before kind of the start of the season, so to speak. Once we were going through having to decide on all these pro players, and we were like, wow, there's just a lot more depth in the league now than we anticipated. And so we really wanted to create that next tier to try to build that next tour series like golf's been able to do. And so, I felt like that structure worked out really well. In fact, we're going to be holding back some pro spots to guarantee that PDC players will be able to make it into the main bracket at nationals. And I think that's really cool. And so expanding that PDC field a little bit, letting more PDC players in for this season, as well as creating the specific juniors, seniors, and women's divisions that allows our pro players in each one of those areas to also compete in those open divisions along with the PDC. I think is going to be really, really good next season.
Good stuff. What about international competition? Are we going to see some more of that coming up this season?
Oh yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pull off Australia in December as we were hoping.
Oh, nice.
But we definitely want to still get to Australia. Certainly looking to return to Canada and Europe. We're actually picking dates for Europe right now. It's going to be, it looks like sometime in September for the ACL Europe Open 2023. And then we're going to be working on the dates up in Canada. And hopefully we'll be able to add another part of the world. So whether it's down in Latin America, maybe Mexico, maybe further south in Mexico, we'll see.
Stacey, real quick, just on the vision, ultimate vision for Super Hole and how you thought it went for this year, looking forward to next year in Super Hole and how we continue to build that out.
Yeah, again, Super Hole, we tested some of these prelims, the prelim where we had some qualifiers leading into the World Championships. I thought moving Super Hole to the World Championships was an awesome decision, and that was a fantastic broadcast as part of that World Championships week. And so we really like doing those qualifiers. And so our plan is to do 8 qualifiers for Super Hole next season. And so expand what we did and formalize it more. And again, make sure each one of those Super Hole qualifiers are also a linear television event. We want to have a guaranteed prize pool for each one of those so that not only that the celebrities can make a little bit of money for their charity and maybe for themselves, but that the pro players that participate in those events will be a part of the prize pool as well. So Super Hole is going to get much bigger and better next season, and I'm really excited about it.
Good stuff.
All good stuff.
Is there anything I missed, Trey?
No, there's the good news is there's tons of stuff you're missing, and we can keep just teasing it along the way because we could talk for hours with all the stuff we got going on.
Nice.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate your time. Yeah, thanks so much for popping on and giving us what you gave us because it's all very exciting.
Am I done already?
Done already. I told you it was only 10 minutes.
Easy money. Easy money.
All right. I appreciate you having me. Invite me back anytime.
See you, Stacey.
All right. Thanks, Stacey.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. I'm just going to read a couple buy or sells for you guys before we wrap up. So you let me know if you buy or sell this. An amateur is going to win an open singles event this season. Trey, buy or sell?
I sold it last year and was wrong. I'm sticking by my guns. I'm selling it again.
Oh,
selling it
you
again,
are.
right?
Wow.
I
don't learn from your mistakes. That's cool.
Yeah, look, the people that identify, there's like a handful. We saw Caden Allen almost do it on the first one this past Open, right? I think it's probably against my odds to sell it, but I'm going to sell it.
Anthony?
It's pretty tough because we're limiting it to just singles. If we were opening up doubles, maybe even the seniors or women's event, I think it would be an easy buy, right? There's still some solid talent that didn't make it into the pro division. I'm going to buy it. Me and Trey, we can talk about this one as the season goes. I'm going to buy this one.
Cool. All right. A new record is set for open singles wins this season at 4 or more. Buy or sell, Trey?
Yeah, Alex Hicks and Mark Richards both won 3 last year. That was the record. No way we get to 4. No way.
No.
Sell it.
Sell it. No way. No way.
Jamie Graham ends the season in first place in ACL total all-time titles.
Yeah, so this essentially means right now Jamie Graham, Matt Guy tied for number 1. They both have 18 titles apiece. Does Jamie Graham win more than Matt Guy this season? Buy it, yes.
Anthony?
Buying for sure. I'm with Trey on this one. He's going to win more singles events. Yeah.
Okay. This will be the year of the carpet bag. Buy or sell?
Anthony would love me to buy this, but I'm not doing it.
He's not going to do it. Oh,
I
good.
am selling it. We're going to see some Jamie Graham, some Josh Holland, Tanner Halbert, Matt Guy, Mark Richards. They keep rolling on through. New boards this season. We're not even using used boards again. Everybody's got to get new bags for the 2023 rule.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be slick bag central.
I'm
Anthony?
loving this one. Every opportunity I have to remind you of this, Trey, this season, I'm gonna do it every single time.
Do it.
I'm gonna buy it. Mad rush of talent coming. I mean, look at some of these names: Jackson Gore, Jake Gore, Ryan Wiedenfield, Justin Burton Jr., Fisher Hamilton, Kobe Costanza, Logan Chamberlain, one of your top 10s, Gavin Cano. We got Engelken, Dolan, Saladiner. Emily Downer's gonna make noise in women's. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. This is the year.
All right, last one. A player from the Mid-South wins singles this weekend. Great.
I don't want to buy it, but I'm gonna buy it and say somebody defends their home turf this year. Kentucky's been a little quiet, but I think they're revving to go. I will buy this weekend. Someone defends home turf.
I'm going to sell. I'm selling your only shots. I mean, you get Matt Guy, great opportunity there. Damon Dennis. After that, it gets really loose. I'm going to sell. I don't see it happening.
All right. Fair enough. We got hot takes. Who's got hot takes? You got one, Trey?
Yes, I defined my breakout player of the year a couple weeks ago. I said it would be Alec Ryan. Alec Bryan wins a bracket this weekend in singles.
That is hot. I like it.
Anthony?
I'm going sizzling hot.
Okay.
Like putting myself way out there.
Woo!
Okay.
Yeah. What's tier last? Is that like tier 4 or tier 3?
Yeah, tier 4.
All right, tier 4. Really hot take. Looks like Jimmy Humans and Josh Keck teaming up. They're not going to take tier last.
I'm pretty sure that is a placeholder. There's no way Jimmy Humans is playing with Josh Keck this week. There's no
That's a
way.
placeholder. I've seen that before.
They're not going to take tier last.
But I'm here to see it. I'm here to see it.
Uh,
I'm going Wiedenfield, Almanza. I think they can do it. So I'm going bracket winner.
I love that one.
Bracket
I don't know if that's
winner.
hot, but that's where I'm going with it. But, different kinds of bags. We'll see. We'll see
Different
what
bags.
happens.
It's hot.
All right. That's all the time we got today. I'm going to go do my Hawaii thing, although it is only 8 a.m. right now. But everyone enjoy the rest of their...
One last jab.
I got to throw it in when I can. Everyone have a great rest of your days and weeks, and we'll see you this weekend in Kentucky. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.